In this video tutorial, I'm going to cover some basic photo correction techniques. I have opened this Adobe Photoshop help page that has the topic, Edit Images with Generative Fill. We will be using generative fill to remove an unrelated person from a photo. I have the home screen open for Photoshop. To go straight to the Photoshop application workspace, click the Photoshop icon in the upper left corner. From here you can begin this lesson. I'm going to select the File menu and I'm going to select Open Folder, and I'm going to select this O2 Start TIFF and I'm just going to select Open. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and in the Tools panel, the tool that I want in the Tools panel is the Crop tool. And I know it's the letter C, so I'm going to select the letter C, and if I hover over it, notice it tells me in parentheses that it is the letter C for crop. And notice I have this options bar that appears at the top now. I'm going to select the drop-down menu and I'm going to look for width, height, and resolution. And I'm going to type in 7 and then IN for inches, 7 IN for inches, and 300. And then I'm just tabbing between each of these fields. I'm next going to select the ruler, which will straighten this. You can drag a straight line across any area of the image. So I'm going to drag right above the blue sky. If you don't like that, you can also undo by selecting the undo button up here, and you can try again. So I want to just go across where the wall is. You can draw any line that defines either the vertical or horizontal axis of the image. I'm going to choose Undo, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my Straighten tool again, and I'm going to go across the top of the edge of the photograph. Now that I have that straightened, I'm going to drag in to crop my image. So I'm going to drag in on the top right corner, and I'm going to drag in from the bottom left corner. I did want to point out that there's some important information on this image that is being lost by you cropping. Notice on the left-hand side that it has the month over here and the year, so you're losing some valuable information by cropping that. You may not want to crop this image if this was a personal image of yours and keep that as part of the image, the white border. When you're done, you can either hit the Enter key or you can hit the checkbox. For me, I'm going to go ahead and select the checkbox at the top. If you would like to perfect your crop, then you will draw a new crop area and specify the crop boundaries in your photo again. So I'm going to do Control plus so that I can bring the image further into my screen. If I do Control plus one more time, that's a little bit too much. I'm going to do Control minus. I'm going to select my Adjustments panel, and I'm going to select in the top row the third one over, and I'm going to create a new Curves adjustment layer. If you hover over any of these eyedroppers, it will tell you what you will be sampling. So if I select this one, I'll be sampling a black point. This one will be a midtone or a gray point, and this one will be a white point. We're going to use the white point tool, and we're going to go into the image, and you're going to select something that should be a neutral white. So I'm going to select somewhere in her dress. And if you don't like that, you can select another area. So for instance, you can select the sock or you can select the dress. You determine which one suits your color taste. I'm next going to go ahead and select a levels adjustment layer. So I'm going to go back up to my adjustments and I'm going to select the second one over, and that will be levels. And remember, you have the ability to move these around by selecting this top bar for this panel. What they want us to do is map the black point setting by using the output slider and setting the value to 15. By moving the black point, this redistribution increases the tonal range of the image, in effect increasing the overall contrast of the image. The middle input slider adjusts the gamma in the image. It moves the mid-tone and changes the intensity values of the middle range of gray tones without dramatically altering the highlights and shadows. So they have us drag this over to 90. And if you aren't able to get that exactly where you want it, you can always type that in. So I'm going to go ahead and select the X and close that, and I'm going to go back to my layers panel. Now I have two adjustment layers. Now that you have completed the tonal and color corrections, select the background layer and follow the remaining steps in the creative assignment instructions, beginning with the Remove tool.